Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I'll be showing you how to make a roller coaster. If you enjoyed this tutorial, please do remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel. This tutorial is actually part of a much larger build, my mini theme park. If you would like to build the rest of the theme park, check down below in the description for a link to my theme park tutorial. I just wanted to make a separate tutorial for the roller coaster as well because I really like it. Here are all of the materials that we will need for the roller coaster. Begin by placing a row of 4 orange concrete in a row on the ground. 1, 2, 3, 4. We then want to place an upright diagonal orange concrete, extend it to the right by 1, and then place 11 upright diagonally placed orange concrete. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We then want to extend the 11th block to the right by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We then want to extend in, and then out, and then in by 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then in, and then back, and then in by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We now want to create the same slope as we have on the opposite side, so place 11 bottom right diagonally placed orange concretes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We then want to extend this 11th block to the right by 1. Join down to the ground diagonally, extend right by 2, 1, 2. We then want to dig 9 blocks in the ground to the right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and we want to backfill this with orange concrete. Then, on the opposite end of this row, we want to place an orange concrete and extend to the right by 2, 1, 2. Then place an upright diagonal, extend to the right by 1, and then we essentially want to create what we have on that side onto this side. So 11 upright diagonally placed orange concretes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We then want to extend to the right by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then in, right, and then across by 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We then want to extend in, and then right, and then we want to extend to the right, inwards, by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We then want to create a similar slope as we have on the opposite side. So we want to place 11 orange concretes extending down and to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then 11. We then want to extend to the right by 1. Join down to the ground diagonally to the right, and then extend to the right by 3. 1, 2, 3. So, we should have a nice symmetrical shape that should look a little something like this. Next, we want to place oak fence underneath all of the suspended orange concretes that are in the air, and join them all down to the ground. This will create the support for the roller coaster and make it look more realistic. I also think that it makes it look a lot better as well. I would also suggest trying out multiple techniques when filling in all of the oak fence. Something that I've found that I vibed with is creating a solid shape, such as this giant square that I'm filling in now, and then just filling in the center once you have made the outside parameters. But you can fill it in any way that you like. I just find fence a little bit tricky myself. Now that we have added all of the support structure to the roller coaster, we are now going to work on the entrance. So the entrance is all the way back at the beginning, and the first thing we want to do is extend this row of orange concrete here inwards by 1, place lime concrete 1, 2, on the front side and 1, 2 on the back side. We then want to place an oak stair extending left of the forward positioned lime concrete, and then come over onto the opposite side and do the same thing. So we place an additional orange concrete here, 1, 2 lime concrete in front, 1, 2 lime concrete behind, connect the lime concrete left to right on the back and left to right on the front, just like this. We can then fill the inside of this in using orange concrete. However, we are actually going to have to do a little bit of digging. First of all, however, we need to place a dispenser in this position right here. We then want to dig underneath, like so, and place a redstone torch here. So in front of the dispenser, literally, we just want to dig 2 blocks down, attach a torch facing this way. We can then cover up this hole, attach a heavy weighted pressure plate to the side of the dispenser, and then we simply want to stick some powered rail extending outwards all the way up, really, honestly, all the way up the first climb of the roller coaster. So this can go all the way up to the tippity top, all the way here, and we will discuss the rest of the rail situation later. But the point of this is that we can now place a minecart in the dispenser, like this, hit this pressure plate. If you're fast enough, you will be able to also hop in the minecart at the same time. With the launching mechanism complete, we just want to extend up each one of the 4 corners of the platform by 3 using lime concrete. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. We want to add oak fence along the front and the back portions of this area, but on the sides we just want to add lime concrete like this. We then want to give this thing a roof, so we simply want to place a row of red concrete extending across the front of this, and then extend off of the sides 1 row like so. So this is off of the front of this area, and we want to do the same on the back, so we add red concrete along the back side and have it overhang by 1. We then, on the sides, want to extend the red concrete inwards and upwards until we reach a peak like this. Can do the exact same thing on the opposite side, just like this. And then all we have to do is just connect it together left and right. And if you want, you can connect all of the red concrete together. As you can see, we are leaving the diagonal blocks alone. Or this is actually, as I'm realizing, a good opportunity to add a little bit of light in here as well. Upon further examination, I think that I'm just going to stick a singular sea lantern up here and then just fill the top of this in using red concrete. And then I think that we will just connect the sides together as well, just to smooth it out a little bit. But I don't think that we need too much of a light source in here. Let's put you back where you belong. Next, we are going to finish all of the mechanical part of the roller coaster, the actual fun part. So, coming all the way up to the top of these powered rails here, we are going to continue the powered rails until we hit this corner, and then use regular rails to curve around the side. Then powered rails all along this flat part here, and then once again when we hit the corner, regular rails, and then I'm going to have another set of powered leading to this drop, and then we are going to just drop naturally. So we're going to use regular rails as we hit this slope, and then all along the bottom here just regular rails as well, leading all the way up to this part in which we are going to have powered rails again, leading all the way up to the top here, and we'll just have powered rails leading to this part. So this is the portion of the roller coaster where we would slow down a little bit, so you can either opt for the powered rails or maybe go for like half powered like this, and then let the coaster decelerate as we kind of like hit this final drop. Or you could just go full throttle powered rails all the way down. It's completely up to you, honestly. So we'll just leave the roller coaster here. We'll just leave a little gap next to the dispenser. So now that we have successfully placed all of the rails around the roller coaster, we have a few decisions to make on how this actually wants to run. So first of all, the first initial climb of the roller coaster, would you like it to be a nice, slow, climactic climb, or would you just like full speed all the way around the coaster? First option, if you just use levers to power up the rails, then you can just have a breakneck speed all the way around your roller coaster, which, don't get me wrong, that's fun. But if you want a more realistic experience, roughly halfway up this climb, somewhere about like here or here, maybe here, we'll place 2 observers extending out from the orange concrete, destroy the first one, and then place a new observer facing inward. So it will look like this from the top. So the effect that we get from doing this is, and hopefully we can actually catch the minecart. There we go, perfect. So the effect that we get is a nice, slow, suspenseful climb all the way up to the top, in which we anticipate the drop on the other end, versus just breakneck speed all the way up to the top. I think that I'm also just going to remove these powered rails and replace them with regular rails here up at the top, so that it's a nice, slow climb around this corner, and then I think that we are just going to launch off from these powered rails here. So I'm going to power those with a lever,
here as well, and then momentum will take us all the way down this drop here, which is the fun part of the roller coaster, and then we once again can have a slow climb up this portion of the roller coaster again using observers, but I think that it makes more sense that momentum will have carried us down here, all the way up here, and then the rest of the roller coaster I think that we're just going to make nice and fast. So power pull the rails. Now that we are happy with how the roller coaster actually runs, we are going to place lime concrete all the way around the inside and outside of the tracks. When we get to this bit on the floor, we are just going to leave this alone. I want this to be exposed. And now to add this to the outside of the rails. I don't know why I didn't think of this sooner, but am I the only one that thinks that fireworks should be part of this as well? So I'm thinking that after the first drop, we should have a set of detector rails along the flat part of the drop here, and then along the sides of the detector rails, we can add dispensers, and in those dispensers, we can add fireworks. Because why not? So with all of the fun part done, all we have to do now is make the entrance area. This includes the queue and the kiosk. We are going to dig one block in front of this oak stair here, and then extend left 1, 2, 3, 4, forwards by 2, 1, 2, and then right by 1, 2, 3, 4. Fill all of this in using oak planks like this. We then want to extend this last oak plank forwards in the ground by 1. Place a yellow concrete to the right of it, place 2 yellow concrete extending forwards, 1, 2, and then right by 2, 1, 2. Then dig in the ground backwards and place an oak plank with an oak door on top. Place a yellow concrete on the side of the door and extend and connect together in a square. We want to dig the center of this out and place an oak plank. And then we want to place an item frame here opposite the door on this counter with a paper in it. We then want to place a glass pane in front of the item frame and extend right by 1. Place yellow concrete on top of all of the remaining yellow concrete, and then yellow concrete across the top of this, like so. We are then going to dig around all of the oak planks in the ground like this, and place some spruce planks all the way around. and then oak fence on top of the spruce planks, just like so. And then this creates the nice little queue here as we get up onto the roller coaster. And well, actually, that's kind of it. That is the entire roller coaster complete.
And that's it. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I do hope that you have enjoyed this tutorial. Please do remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel. If you do want to make anything else by me, including a mini theme park, check down below in the description for a link to that video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.